All right, everyone, get ready. We are going deep into Warcraft history today. And wow, you guys gave us a ton of stuff to go through. Articles, lore, summaries, even some timelines. You're clearly ready to get really deep into this.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here for sure. I mean, we're talking like cosmic origins, ancient empires, wars that reshaped the world.
Betrayals, demons, heroes. We'll try to hit all the highlights and definitely pull out some of those surprising connections that make this world so fascinating.
Exactly. Think of it like this. By the end, you'll be a Warcraft lore pro.
Okay, so to start at the very beginning, one article mentioned this light and void thing. What exactly are those? Is that like philosophy?
It is philosophical, but also like the foundation of everything in Warcraft. Imagine two forces, right? Light and void, and they're locked in this eternal struggle. This clash creates the great dark beyond. Basically a huge universe where matter forms into planets and stars. And eventually life. From this whole, like, dance of creation and destruction, you get the Titans.
The Titans, those super powerful beings, like sentient planets, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're born from world souls, the essence of a planet, and have this drive to bring order to the universe. They form the Pantheon, led by Amon Thul. This guy is so powerful, he can reshape continents just by, like, thinking about it.
That's incredible. So the Titans are like the forces of order. Who are their rivals in this whole cosmic battle?
The Void Lords, they're like the opposite of the Titans. They want to corrupt and unravel everything. To do that, they create the old gods, like agents of chaos, and fling them across the universe to infect worlds.
So it's a cosmic good versus evil, with entire planets as the playing field.
Exactly. And Azeroth, well, it becomes the target of one of these old gods. That's rough. To start your existence that way really sets the stage for a world full of conflict, you know?
It definitely explains a lot about Azeroth's history, that's for sure. Hold on, where do demons fit in all of this? They're agents of chaos too, right?
Demons are different. They come from the Twisting Nether, a dimension of pure magic, basically. They're all about rage, destruction, those kinds of negative emotions.
So the Void Lords want to unravel creation, but demons are just pure chaos.
Yeah, exactly. So the Titans, seeing demons as a threat, they create a champion. Sargeras. His job is to fight them, protect the universe. Sounds pretty fulfilling, right?
You would think. What happened?
Well, while fighting demons, Sargeras discovers the Void Lords. He becomes convinced the universe is doomed, like totally corrupted by the Void no matter what. His solution, destroy everything to save it.
Whoa, that's a bit extreme.
Yeah, talk about overreacting. So he turns against the Titans and creates his own army.
He just forms his own army.
Yep, the Burning Legion, a massive army of demons ready to purge the universe, including Azeroth.
So Azeroth, infected by an old god from the start, and now facing a rogue, Titan, and his demon army. What chance did it have?
Things were looking pretty bleak, that's for sure. But don't forget the old gods. Imprisoned, yes, but still whispering, influencing things from deep underground, corrupting and twisting the world around them.
So Azeroth is dealing with, like, internal corruption too? How did that play out?
Well, take the Elemental Lords, for example. These are powerful beings who embody fire, water, earth, and air. They shaped Azeroth, kept things in balance, but the old gods twisted them, turned them against each other. Imagine the forces that shape the planet turning against it.
Yikes, that's terrifying. So Azeroth is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place here.
It was bad, but there was some hope. The Titans, before leaving, they left guardians behind, the Keepers, powerful beings, each with their own unique abilities.
The Keepers, that sounds pretty awesome. What were they like?
They were definitely powerful. They built structures like the Forge of Wills, where they could shape life, mold the planet. They even fought the old gods, imprisoned them underground.
So like cosmic architects protecting Azeroth. But there must have been some consequences to all this, right?
Definitely. One result was the creation of the Well of Eternity, a source of immense arcane energy. A blessing, and a curse, you could say. It helped life grow faster, but its magic also attracted dangerous things like, well...
Sargeras and his Burning Legion.
Bingo. The Well of Eternity was like a beacon, drawing his attention to Azeroth. And that set the stage for civilizations to rise. And some really epic betrayals.
Betrayals, huh? Now it's getting good. So who are the main players in all of this? We've got Titans, old gods, demons. Who else?
So life starts flourishing. You've got the trolls. They have these ancient empires. Then there's the Mogu, mysterious and powerful. And finally, drawn to that Well of Eternity magic, you have the Night Elves.
The Night Elves. Basically Azeroth's magical elite.
You could say that. They build this huge empire under Queen Ashura, but their fascination with magic becomes an obsession. And, well, their arrogance gets the attention of.
Yeah.
You guessed it.
Oh, no, not Sargeras again.
He sees the Night Elves' obsession as a way in, corrupts their elite caste, the Highborn, promises them even more power if they help him invade.
Classic tale of temptation. This is about to get a lot worse, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. This sets the stage for a war that changes everything. The War of the Ancients. But that's a story for next time. The War of the Ancients, betrayal, heroism, and a total catastrophe for the world. So remember those Highborn elves corrupted by Sargeras?
Right.
They open a portal and the Burning Legion just pours into Azeroth. It was a mess, like a force so huge it could have destroyed everything.
Sounds like Azeroth was doomed from the start. But you mentioned heroes before, right? Who stepped up?
This is where Malfurion's Stormridge comes in, a powerful druid, and his brother, Illidan, a skilled warrior. They rallied the Night Elves and basically led the resistance.
So even against those odds, there was still hope. But the Night Elves couldn't have fought the Legion alone, right?
Nope, they had help. From a pretty amazing source, actually. The dragon aspects.
Wait, dragon aspects. Are we talking like giant fire-breathing lizards here?
Yeah, but not just any lizards. These are super powerful beings. Each one embodies a different aspect of the world. Life, magic, time, earth, dreams. They were empowered by the Titans to protect Azeroth.
Wow, like controlling time or dreams. That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So you have this epic battle, right? The Legion on one side, Night Elves, A&D, dragon aspects on the other.
I bet that was one for the history books.
It was. But of course there's a twist. Remember that old god influence? Well, one of the dragon aspects, Neltharion, he was the Earth Warder.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he fell victim to their whispers, became Deathwing, a force of pure destruction, turned against his own kind, almost shattered the world.
So even while fighting for survival, Azeroth's still battling, its own internal demon.
Exactly. And the heroes. Imagine facing not just a demon invasion, but a betrayal from one of your strongest allies.
Must have been devastating. But they found a way to win, didn't they?
They did. But the cost to stop the Legion, Malfurion made a choice. He destroyed the Well of Eternity.
Destroyed it, the source of their magic.
It was a huge risk. But he thought it was the only way to cut off the Legion's connection to Azeroth. And the results, it tore the world apart, literally. Sundering, continents shattered, the Maelstrom was created, everything changed.
I can't even imagine one act causing that much destruction. What happened after? Did Azeroth even recover?
Well, life finds a way, right? The Night Elves, devastated, they embraced Druidism, became guardians of a new Well of Eternity. And other races, humans, dwarves, gnomes, they started building their own kingdoms.
So rebuilding.
Yeah.
New beginnings. You'd think after all that, Azeroth would get a break.
You'd hope. But peace never lasts long in Warcraft. Old grudges, new threats, conflicts between Night Elves and trolls, dwarves fighting each other. And then the orcs showed up.
The orcs. Strong, fierce warriors. But there's more to them, right?
Oh, yeah. Originally, they were from Draenor, lived in harmony with nature, practiced shamanism, but their world was dying. They became vulnerable.
And I'm guessing the Burning Legion had something to do with that.
Yep. They saw the orcs' potential, their strength, their unity, and their desperation. They corrupted them, turned them into a war-hungry horde, and pointed them at a new target, Azeroth.
So Azeroth, still recovering, is now facing another invasion, like a never-ending cycle. But wait, how did the orcs even get to Azeroth? Didn't destroying close the portal.
Here comes the betrayal. Medivh, remember him, the guardian who helped defeat the Legion in the War of the Ancients?
Yeah.
He was possessed by Sargeras the whole time.
What? The hero was working for the enemy.
Yeah, huge betrayal. So Medivh, under Sargeras' control, he contacted the orcs, helped them build a new portal, the Dark Portal, connecting Draenor and Azeroth, and that started the First War. Orcs against the human kingdoms.
So the orcs were manipulated, used as weapons. But they had their own struggles too, right?
For sure. They were driven from their dying world, tricked into a war they didn't understand. It's a reminder that even in these huge cosmic battles, individuals get caught in the crossfire. Lives changed forever.
Makes it more than just good versus evil, for sure. And that complexity probably continues in the later wars, right?
Absolutely. The Second War, orcs, now on Azeroth, fighting a united alliance. Humans, elves, dwarves. We see legends like Lothar and Doomhammer leading their people in this desperate fight.
Sounds intense. And there's one name that always gives me chills. The Lich King. How does E come into all this?
The Lich King. His creation, one of the most messed up things the Legion ever did. They wanted a weapon to really weaken Azeroth, something to spread terror and despair.
So the Lich King wasn't like a natural evil.
Nope.
Yeah.
Engineered by the Legion, they took this powerful shaman, Ner'zhul, ripped his soul from his body, bound it to this cursed armor and a blade called Frostmourne that created the Lich King. Pure necromantic power. His job, raise an army of undead, the Scourge.
That is just chilling. What was his goal? Just destruction?
He was a strategic weapon, the Plague, that was meant to cripple Azeroth, weaken its defenses for the Legion's return. A clever plan, and absolutely brutal.
So the Legion was thinking ahead, manipulating everything. The heroes never get a break, do they?
Not in Azeroth. But we'll talk about how they fought back, those stories of resilience and defiance, next time.
Last time, we were talking about the Lich King and that terrifying plague of undeath.
Yeah.
Pretty dark stuff. So what happened next? Did Azeroth just, give up?
Well, the Scourge was a tough enemy, that's for sure, spreading terror everywhere. This is when Lord Aeron fell. It used to be the strong human kingdom.
Right.
And Prince Arthas, he was a noble paladin, but he got corrupted by that cursed blade, Frostmourne. Became a death knight, basically a champion for the Lich King.
Arthas' story so sad, a hero turned villain. But I bet even then, some people fought back, right, against the undead.
Absolutely. The orcs, for example, led by Thrall, they broke free of that demonic influence that messed them up for so long. They wanted a new home, a chance to, rebuild their culture. And other heroes from all over Azeroth, they joined forces to fight the Scourge, tried to stop that darkness from spreading.
So, flickers of hope, even in all that tragedy. Azeroth's people are tough, huh?
They are, and they need to be. Because then came the Third War. The Burning Legion came back full force. This time, Darnassus fell, the Night Elf city. It was a huge loss. And we see Illidan Stormridge rise to power. He was obsessed with power, Ended up using demonic energy to fight the Legion. A risky move.
It's like constant chaos. Alliances change, heroes fall. Azeroth must have felt like it was always on the edge of destruction.
It was a wild time. But even after the Legion was defeated, there's the Cataclysm. Deathwing came back, literally shattered the world, continents reshaped, chaos everywhere.
Deathwing again, just kicking Azeroth while it's down.
It showed how fragile peace can be, but again, Azeroth's people persevered. They discovered new lands, faced old enemies, and the Horde and Alliance, their conflict just kept going.
It's like conflict is built into Azeroth itself. But you said they found new lands. What were they like?
That's when Pandaria appeared, a whole continent, hidden in mist. It was full of mystery, legends. The Pandaren lived there. They were all about balance, peace. They even had this mystical energy called She.
Pandaria. Sounds peaceful. Did Azeroth finally catch a break?
Pandaria was different, that's for sure. It had a focus on harmony. But even there, darkness existed. The Shaw, manifestations of negative emotions. They threatened to destroy Pandaria from the inside.
So even Paradise has its problems. It seems like conflict is just unavoidable in Azeroth.
Yeah, it's a recurring theme. But the type of conflict changes. After Pandaria, we had the Warlords of Draenor. This one involved time travel. Garrosh Hellscream, he was power-hungry, escaped justice, and went to an alternate timeline, created a new Iron Horde, and was going to invade Azeroth again.
Time travel, alternate timelines. Warcraft just keeps getting more complex. But what about the Burning Legion? Did they ever really go away?
Their influence was always there, a threat waiting to happen. And eventually they did come back. Full-scale invasion, almost destroyed everything. But that fight, it shattered the barrier between life and death and revealed the Shadowlands, the realm of the afterlife.
The Shadowlands, that's a whole new level of crazy. What's it like?
It's interesting and a little creepy. Imagine where souls go after death. They're judged, sent to a specific afterlife based on what they did in life. The Shadowlands are ruled by these beings, the Eternal Ones. They keep everything balanced.
Sounds intense.
Yeah.
How did that discovery affect Azeroth?
It changed everything we thought about life and death, that's for sure. And it introduced Sylvanas Windrunner. She used to be a ranger general, but became the Banshee Queen of the Forsaken. They're undead who broke free from the Lich King.
Sylvanas.
Yeah.
She wanted revenge, wanted to defy fate.
Right. But in the Shadowlands, she went down a dark path, started believing the whole system was wrong, that everyone was doomed to suffer. She teamed up with the jailer who ruled the worst part of the Shadowlands, and they tried to rewrite reality itself.
So Azeroth dealing with its own problems, invasions, and now a threat to, reality as we know it. How could they possibly fight back?
The heroes of Azeroth went into the Shadowlands. They faced their own mortality, fought powers beyond anything they'd seen before. It was a battle that pushed them to their absolute limits, made them question everything.
It's like a metaphor for life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Facing your fears, fighting for what you believe in, even when it seems impossible.
Exactly. And the Shadowlands, it had huge effects, but it also brought Azeroth back into focus. The Dragon Isles woke up, ancient land full of dragon magic. New heroes emerged alongside familiar faces, and they fought this primal threat, the Primalists.
So after the Realm of Death, back to Azeroth to fight a threat from its ancient past. It never ends, does it?
Nope. The Primalists, they thought the world should be ruled by elemental chaos, wanted to reset everything, but there was something else too. Whispers spreading through Azeroth about a new power. The Harbingers.
The Harbingers, that doesn't sound good. What are they?
We don't know much. They're whispers. They seem to come from the void, talking about oblivion, sowing doubt and discord. It's subtle, but it feels like they're setting the stage for something really bad.
So rogue titans, demons, plagues, threats to reality itself. And Azeroth still faces new dangers. It's kind of exhausting.
It is a lot, yeah. That's Azeroth for you. Always changing, always a struggle. But there's beauty in that too. Resilience, hope. It shines through, even in the darkest times.
I like that. And I think that's why Warcraft's story is so captivating. It reminds us that even when things are bad, there's always a reason to fight, to hope, to believe that even small acts of courage can make a difference.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's about knowing we all have a part to play, whether it's fighting cosmic evil or just being kind to each other.
That's a great point to end on. This has been an awesome journey through Warcraft's history. Epic battles, betrayals, and moments of incredible heroism. I know I've learned a ton, and I hope our listeners have too.
I've enjoyed sharing it with you. And remember, Azeroth's story isn't over. New chapters are being written all the time. Who knows what's next?
That's what makes it so exciting. The story keeps going, and we're all part of it. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Warcraft. We'll see you next time for another adventure.